What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the LTQ Wrestling Podcast. A little bit of a late video. I had to do a re-upload. I missed a little bit of the main event, so I had to go back and rewatch that between Punk and Cody Rhodes. And man, what a back and forth segment it was. Cody Rhodes comes out, Punk comes right out afterwards, and Punk said he's worried about Cody. As a friend, he's asking this. He knows what it's like to be a champion. Everything you have to go through. You have no friends when you're the guy on top, when you're the world champion. And he says, Cody is the man. This is everything Cody wanted. He's on top. He's the man. And Cody asks, what's next for me? And Punk says, well, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. And I'm going to go on and face you. And instead of stabbing you in the back, I'll stab you in the front. And Cody goes on to say, everybody wanted to be Punk back then. They were chasing Punk. They got, the Money in the Bank, or Punk got the Money in the Bank briefcase. Everybody wanted to be like the Punkster. And now Cody says, we all chased you back then. I ain't chasing no more. You're chasing me. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but man, these two went at it. And fans chant CM Punk's name, Cody says, during all their matches. And then Punk took 10 years off, took a long break. And now Punk's chasing him. And he says he hopes Punk wins the Rumble because he wants Punk to catch up. And Punk says a lot of people have said that, and there's a graveyard of all the people's careers that have, ended because of that. And Cody ends the promo by saying, I want you to win the Rumble because I want to show that the best in the world isn't the best in the world anymore. And that's the end of the segment. They absolutely cook. They go back and forth. And these two never disappoint on the mic, especially one another. This is really one of their first interactions on WWE TV. And I really loved how Triple H has made the Royal Rumble mean so much, that everybody is trying to win because it should mean something to win the Royal Rumble, right? You're getting a main event slot at WrestleMania. You're getting to face the world champion. There's so much on the line, so much main event talent in this match. And that's what it's meant, at least for the men's side. The women's Royal Rumble, they haven't really hyped up as much, but for the men's side, it's a loaded Royal Rumble, tons of future Hall of Famers and main eventers in there, and I can't wait to watch it. Speaking of main eventers, Gunther, Rollins, and Logan Paul had a promo to start off the show. Rollins comes out. He's talking about how he still has redemption, and he wants to win the Royal Rumble. And he starts naming off all these names of people he's going to toss out, and the crowd reacts to every single one of them. And he pauses the Roman Reigns. And he says, I especially can't wait to toss Roman Reigns over the top rope. And he says, maybe I'll go challenge Gunther. That was the title I won. And he says, wouldn't it be poetic if I beat Cody for the title I hoped to win at WrestleMania? And out comes Gunther. And Gunther's talking about how he beat Jey Uso's ass and how Seth Rollins needs to keep the drama out of the way and focus on winning the Royal Rumble if he still has it in him. Obviously, Rollins won it before. Gunther says he's the best wrestler in the world. It's 2025. Rollins isn't the best wrestler in the locker room anymore. Gunther is, and that championship proves it. And they go back and forth. And then we hear Logan Paul's music. And the crowd is booing the hell out of Logan Paul. They hate the guy. He's a natural heel. He's fantastic. And he's trying to talk. And the crowd just keeps chanting, you suck, you suck, you suck. And he says, they need a new face of this company. You guys are great in the ring, but I got it all. I get all the reactions. I'm one of the best. I'm declaring for the Royal Rumble. I don't have to toss 29 other people to the top rope. I just have to toss one. I thought that was a great line by Logan. And he's entering at number 30. And he will enter at number 30 and go on and headline WrestleMania. And Gunther ends it by saying, you know what, Seth? I don't want you to win. I want Logan Paul to win so I can, smack that stupid smirk off his face. The crowd pops, and they go up back and forth a little bit more, and that's the end of that segment. Really good 2 segments so far, main event and beginning segments of the show. Everybody cooked. Nobody looked weak during it. Again, Gunther's improved a lot on the mic. I think he's done a hell of a job improving his English. We had the War Raiders against Dom and JD. Good back and forth match. They went at it for a while. JD had a very brutal head spot on the announce table. That was rough. I mean, just brutal. Luckily, he didn't get his broken neck or a concussion from that, but he did faint in front of the entrance ramp or something, or backstage. I saw a video, so hopefully everything's good with JD, but he's a warrior for continuing this match. JD and Dom get close. Dom hits a 619. They hit a frog splash. They hit a moonsault for a 2 count. And the match goes on for a little bit longer. War Raiders hit the War Machine and get the pin on Dom 1, 2, 3. So they retain their titles in a very good match. and they cooked in this match. Crowd chant, "This is awesome." And it's good to see the War Raiders get an opportunity to show what they can really do. Vince didn't really do a whole lot with them. He gave them the Viking Raiders gimmick, and they have been injured a lot too, which you got to, put in consideration as well. But, man, it's great to see them as tag team champions. So we had Xavier Woods against Rey Mysterio, and good match back and forth. There ain't really too much to say with the in-ring work. I mean, both these guys are awesome in the ring. But Xavier Woods' parents end up showing up, little Yachty's with his parents, and they end up taking off the shirts they're wearing, and it shows a New Day Sucks shirt. And Xavier Woods can't believe it. He's irritated. He gets back in the ring, gets hit with a 619 and 1-2-3 by Ray. Selena Vega's getting transferred to SmackDown, so she's not going to be a part of the LWO anymore. Curious what her role is going to be. Maybe she's manager for Andrade again, or maybe she's with Malachi Black, Aleister Black, if he's coming back like it's been rumored. We'll have to see. We had Bianca Belair and Naomi against Liv and Raquel. It was reported earlier today. I posted a short about it, about how Liv and Raquel could be getting a big push heading into WrestleMania. This showed to be the start of that. They get the win here thanks to Dom Mysterio. He helps interfere. They pin Naomi. Not really much to say about the in-ring work. I mean, a lot of these matches weren't really horrible, but it wasn't like, anything that you go, man, that was incredible. But back and forth match. They pick up the win, so they'll be probably getting a tag team title shot in the future. And maybe they'll win them since the rumor be getting a big push heading into Mania. And it's good to hear because I didn't really know what they had Liv to do or had for Liv to do since she lost the championship. So it's good to hear they at least have a direction for her and Raquel. We had Paul Heyman come out talking about Roman Reigns. Now Roman Reigns is going to win the Rumble. And then they show the WWE 2K25 cover art. We're going to have an Undertaker edition, a Bloodline edition, and just a normal Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman on the normal cover edition. So that game, I believe, comes out in March like it usually does. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. I've really been too big of a fan of the WWE 2K games, but we'll see. I don't really like how they make the gameplay mechanics, but maybe they'll change some of that up this year. Or they're bringing chain wrestling and stuff back or into it at least. So we'll have to see, but the cover art looks great. And they're bringing a city in the WWE like they have an NBA 2K25. And if you don't play NBA 2K25, I'm going to explain it real quick. Pretty much the cities where you walk around and you go to like the courts or the stores or you do quests and stuff like that. I don't know if WWE is going to implement it like that, but it is 2K and they try to make it like NBA 2K and stuff. So if you're not a fan of a lot of walking around and moving, you're not going to like it. I don't know what it's going to be like, but if you're not a fan of like going to destination to destination and walking around and all that, you're probably not going to like the island or whatever they're calling it. But the cover art looks good, so we'll have to see. And then we had Drew McIntyre against Sami Zayn. Sami's never gotten a win over Drew McIntyre in his career. And good match, back and forth, went about 15 minutes. I actually thought this was the main event for some reason, so I went to do something. I was like, okay, I uploaded a video and everything, and I was like, oh, snap. Okay, there was a Punk and Cody promo, so I had to go back and re-upload and everything. So my apologies for that. If you guys end up seeing that video and was confused, like, why do you not talk about the Punk and Cody promo? That's why. So I had to re-upload. My apologies, a rare mistake on my end. But Drew gets the win here with the roll-up, had his legs on the ropes, and he gets the win over Sami Zayn. He remains undefeated against him. They get the W here, and that's all they wrote. And then after the match, Cody comes out after Drew beats down. I just had a brain fart. Drew beats down Sami here, and then Cody comes out, and KO comes out, and they're brawling for a little bit. And Sami accidentally hits Cody with the haluva kick. The same instant that happened with Seth Rollins happened to Cody. So that's going to be interesting to see how the puzzle pieces fit together with that. Is Sami doing this by accident? Does he have a little bit of an agenda? Can everybody trust him with his history of Kevin Owens, his history with the Bloodline, his history of Roman Reigns? We'll have to see. But this was a very entertaining episode of Raw. I think it was very good. Sorry for the re-upload and everything. Again, my apologies. But make sure to like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts down below on this week's Raw. And hopefully you guys are ready for the Royal Rumble. Peace.